game. It's a rich thing.
We are going to be working on the front brakes, getting it kind of ready for when we do the lower control arm and we could slap everything on. Because technically, once we get the lower control arm in, we are getting ready to do the front brake setup. So I'm just trying to get it prepared. So normally, here it is. This is your big brakes. I just put this decal on it just for now. And you got to do a few things. So this part right here, I'm gonna show you guys. You don't have to do it. I just thought it was a pretty neat idea from one of the members. That way your drill bit don't walk. You grab the steel stick, which is right here. It's like putty. Basically, you pull it out of here. You get whatever piece you need and you just start mixing it up until it turns like a one solid color, because it's black and light gray, until it turns like a dark gray. So what I did was I shoved it in here because I thought that was a great idea what he did. So I shoved it in here to fill up the hole, the previous hole, and then I used a razor blade and I just went like this just to get as even as possible, because you don't want no bumps or nothing, and I got it pretty good. So I did it to both sizes the next day, and it's solid as hell. It literally is just weld. It's like a weld almost, so you can't shove it through or nothing. So now that that's done, I'm gonna take it to my work, and I'm probably gonna show you guys more steps of what I do. But it is a kit. Basically, it's not a lot, and this is the whole kit right here. This one is like more of a basic. What I say, like easier to do than the rear, way less cutting. All we gotta do is re-drill this, offset the drills or whatever, and it comes with the template right here, which is this guy. Let's see, it's like this. So you just gotta figure out how it goes on, I guess, something like that. You gotta just re-drill this. So this template is the hole, you know. I just don't know exactly how it goes on yet. I would assume something like that almost, maybe. But yeah, it comes with one, I believe. Yeah, this is the only thing. This is the only template it gave me. But yeah, we just gotta re-drill it somewhere. And once I figure that out, I'll show you guys when I'm in the process of it. Alright guys, so I kind of messed up. You are only supposed to re-drill the bottom lower half with this template like this. Offset it. You did not need to mess with this one at all. So I filled it up for nothing. So if you guys are doing this, do not fill this up. We're gonna have to re-drill this one out, unfortunately, but it should be fine. This is the one that I'm gonna make sure we're good. Alright guys, so you can see here we got the drill template. Wrong one. And see which way it goes. There we go. Goes like that, right in the middle, or almost the middle, as close as we can. Drill out a small hole for now. This one you just flip it. Same thing. This one I'm just re-drilling it back to normal, so you don't have to use a template. I'm just gonna, for you guys, you won't even have to do this because you won't mess up like me. I literally put this in here when you didn't need to. But yeah, now that we got this done, we are gonna go ahead and start making the hole bigger. I think next we got to drill it out to 15 millimeters. Double check right now. Alright guys, so I still gotta do the final drill size hole. You can see how like I told you, I filled in that way it doesn't walk. This one, like I said, needs to be filled out, and this one is about done. I just gotta do the final hole on this one as well. This one needs to be drilled out because you don't have to do these, so learn from my mistakes. Don't do more work than you need to, but this needs to be drilled out back to what it was originally. but UA6 dad gave me a tip. Normally it comes with this drill bit, this style, what do you call a template, but he actually told me it's a little bit easier, which actually is a lot easier. Went ahead and used metal shims that they actually provided you, and it came out way better. Actually helps out line it up, so I just gotta find the final drills. I need to actually order the drill bit or go to a local place to get the drill bit. Shout out UA6 dad right here. We have the finally drill. I actually bought a drill bit, a 5/8. I couldn't find a 16, so I got a 5/8, which just said is pretty damn close. And we're gonna try to test fit this on the knuckles and just right here, just so we can see if it clears the wheels. And I just want to mock it up finally, but I'm not gonna put it on the car because I'm still getting bearings and hubs and ARP stuff for it. So right now I'm just gonna mock it up on this just for now, just to see if I did everything right. One so far, it looks so good for sure. Like I said, these wheels are temporary. I got these off Green Chris. We are probably gonna have like a 20 mil space here, it looks like, to clear it. We still gotta paint it, still gotta put the brake pads, all that good stuff. We still got a bunch of stuff to do, but this is just to test fit it. So close, but it clears. Look at that. Alright guys, so we're gonna pull off of this for a little bit, and we're actually gonna get the calipers painted because we are gonna be putting the 18Z calipers on there. If you don't know, Jonah is the one that makes the kit for it, and once I get it all installed, I'll show you guys more about that. But we're gonna be painting the calipers, which is right here, and then we're gonna put the lower ball joints in here as while we're waiting for the paint to dry. Knock out 2 things today and take off those ABS sensors because I finally ordered new ones and end links coming in. But yeah, let's go ahead and start getting this prepped up. Alright, we are doing light coats for now. Got the engine, primer, whatever, and we actually got paint. I know it's not going to be exactly dead on, but I should have took that one when I had it off and actually got that color match, but this will be close enough for me and it'll be far away, so you're really not gonna know there's too much of a difference. If I use a light gray primer, it should lighten this up a little bit, get as bright as that. But today we are only going to shoot primer and the base coat, which is this. We are not shooting the primer just the clear, not just yet, just because tomorrow morning when it dries, I'm gonna put my decal, my Mythic custom decal, and then shoot clear over that. Kind of like what I did with my Brimbos. It kind of helps it stay longer, last longer, and helps it from yellowing a little bit. But yeah, so we are just going to be doing a few coats of the light spray right now, and then we're going to go 1 or 2 thick of heavy gray coats, and then we'll shoot this about 3 or 4 times, get this real thick, and yeah, get this all done. Alright guys, so light coat, we'll do 1 more light coat of the red, and then we'll go ahead and do 2 or 3 heavy coats of it, and then let it dry overnight. I actually got the hub in, and I wanted to show you guys something. As you guys kind of noticing, I did not have the dust shield. When I had the hub put in, I had him remove the dust shield because it was going to be in the way a little bit. You have to trim it or bend it. I just removed it completely. I'm fine with it. Once the rotor goes on and everything, it's going to look so badass. So, but right now, we're going to go ahead and tighten this up. We're going to tighten up the upper control arm, and we're going to tighten up the lower ball joint, and then we still got to take off that end link down there. I haven't did that yet, but yeah, let's go ahead and at least get everything tightened up, and we can put the wheels straight as we can at least, and we'll go ahead and try to put the tie rod ends back in. Got the first thick coat of the red on. So far looking really nice. Do another coat of paint for this guy. So next day, paint is dry enough to touch. We are now going to be putting on our decals. Oh, right here. Here's the decals. We're going to put on 2 Mythic custom decals right here and be cutting them, putting them right on, and then we're going to shoot this with clear coat. A full day, and we are actually here, and it looks so damn good. Maybe I should have painted the bottom, but overall I think I'm so happy with this. It's maybe still a tiny bit darker, if not very close, and we can actually start continuing getting this installed and finalizing everything up. Still haven't did the end link still, or the ABS, so it's been too busy, but I'm so curious to at least get one side in. So let's go ahead and show you guys the process. Alright guys, so what you want to do is get your rotors. You want to get those ready. I'm actually looking for these guys right here. As you know, we use these for the rear. We are actually going to put these up for the front as well, shaved down to fit the rotor. So I'm going to put this right on here. It basically adapts it to fit the 370Zs. And I believe we're going to have to put these on the opposite way. I think normally it's like this or like this. Let me figure that out. Alright guys, so the shims goes onto the back side just like this. From what I've seen, I put the hub centric ring on here. You do not need this. This is just for personal preference. I'm doing it because technically this helps to center the rotor just a tiny bit more better. Do not need it to do this kit. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and put our rotor on. Alright, rotor is on. You can't screw this down, so this has to be kind of balanced with the caliper. We are now going to grab our caliper. Just know which one's which. Bleeder side is always going to be pointing up. And so when you mount it this way, the bleeder is going to be up. We're going to go ahead and start mounting this to it. And where I left off is there's a sleeve we got to put in here. It comes in the kit, so let me find it. This is the kit from Jonah. I'm going to go ahead and just do one side real quick. You're going to have this sleeve. I already put the sleeve in the other one. So it goes where that new hole is. Just like how I actually re-drilled it with a 16, so this fits perfectly in there. So let's go ahead and put this in. You don't need it technically, but we're gonna go ahead and do that. Next, you're gonna go ahead and use these slim shims or whatever. These are gonna be going, I gotta figure out which ones those go in. So you can see what I'm doing. So right in the bottom of the caliper, this is the bottom of it. We got the custom washer, which looks like this piece right here. We got it right here. This is where the bottom is where we re-drilled. We got the Allen key bolt here, and we got the nut in here. It's not fully tight, so I gotta get a wrench on there and a key in here. Same thing with the top one. This one comes with the regular washer, and then the same bolt and nut style from inside there. You can see it. So now it technically is on there, and you can see this thing is fucking huge. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up, and then we'll continue. Okay guys, we are back with the install for the calipers next day, whatever. So we got everything on. We got to torque it down to 109 foot-pounds. It took me forever to find a 12mm hex, which is the Allen key sockets, and a 21 ratchet or a wrench to hold it down. So we're gonna go ahead and torque it. I'm not gonna show this part because it's gonna be very hard to show you guys this, but we're gonna torque the back bolts behind here that they provided to 109 foot-pounds. We got everything torqued down, both sides. Now we can actually finally get the brake pads in. Why is there a charger in here? And we got,
oh, this is the plate tug.
yeah, new plates. We got the grease.
You got the little pins, the little pins too, or no?
Pins should be on the other side, hopefully. All right, so we got here the new pins or whatever. So we're gonna figure out how this all works, and we'll be right back. Yep. All right, so I accidentally dinked it a little bit, unfortunately, but we'll touch it up. So how this goes in is you put the brake pads in, like it slides in like Brimbos, and then you put this rod in. The only mistake in why I kind of made an issue right here is because I had to pop this shit out,
because you gotta line this up, the flat part with the flat part in there, or else it's not gonna fit all the way. So FYI when you're doing it, so that way you could get it right the first time instead of taking it out and then kind of scratching your nice paint like I did. But yeah, then you put the, I think it's like a 10 mil. I gotta find the bolt, but it goes right behind here. You gotta tighten that up right after, and then it locks it in. Other than that, this is fully on, and you can see it just, I have a wheel on here, so it's kind of hard to get this on there, but you can see it's on there. But yep, and then we'll do the brake line. So let me go ahead and get the other side just like this, and we'll continue. So we got the brake pads in. Like I said, I gotta touch this up. Fortunately, sucks. But we're gonna go ahead and break this 10 millimeter off, and we're gonna pull off this clip holding this on. I think if you're using base brakes, you'll be fine. We are manual, so we gotta use, I heard we gotta use base brake lines. So I got the base braided brake lines for the 04, 08 automatic TLs, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that off. Finally get rid of this line that we do not need anymore. And then we'll connect the new line up there. So as you can see, we got the new braided line up here. It's not tight, we're still gonna mock it up. Link in the description for the bleeder valve. I'm pretty sure you gotta use a specific bleeder valve in order to use this. And I'll put in the link what I got this one is. And I'll put the link to Jonah's Instagram. He has the whole instructions, makes it very, very easy. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and put this right under here in that little hole. So yeah, I mean, that's the next thing I'm gonna do right now.
And not only that, I can't do it until I get a garage because somebody will steal my wheels.
All right, so we're taking it back where we kind of left off. I actually ordered the wrong rotors. These are the rotors I ordered. Those are the ones I needed, way bigger, because I noticed it was the pads weren't sitting right, and I realized it was the rotors. Yeah. So these ones are bigger, should fit now. We're gonna go ahead and put it all back together where we left off at, and then we'll continue. All right, so we are back exactly to the same spot we were, just with the right rotors this time. You guys won't make the same mistake. So with the brake lines, you are going to remove your old brake. Well, you don't have to. You could use base model ones, but since mostly this is for a Type S, you're going to have these brake lines anyway. So we're going to probably try to reuse this bracket right here. Yeah, we're going to try to reuse that because this one, you can see it won't work. So we're going to try to reuse this bracket just to keep this, because when we put this this brake line in, we got to find a way to kind of keep it at least a little bit more better than just hanging there, just like this. So that's what we're going to do next. But you pull off this, which is very easy. You just pull off the tab up here, just like a regular brake line, and you loosen this 10 mil up here, and you'll be able to take off your old one. And this one will be on your old Brembo. So remove this, get some base model brake lights for the base model TLs. And now that you got that, we are now going to sort of wire this somewhere so that way it kind of be permanently mounted. And when we turn the wheel, we're going to see if it hits anything. So that's the part we're on. Right here is still loose. I haven't fully tightened up the top yet, just to have it more wiggle room. So let me go ahead and figure this part out, and then I'll let you know. But I ended up putting the new bolts, banjo bolts. You do need to get a certain set of banjo bolts to make this work. I'll put the link in the description for these banjo bolts. You don't have to get the exact ones, but you got to get the exact same specs. Everything is in the instructions, but yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna end the video right here for the front brake calipers. This is Future Mythic. I forgot to show this. I'm adding it in way later. So I'm gonna show you guys what I did for the caliper bolts for the brake line. The bracket I did. You can see. That's how I did it. I'll go ahead and show you guys bleeding process, another video, and I'll get back to you guys very soon.